All right, and we're back at it. I got another tornado warning for Madison and Morgan. And let's see, Madison and Morgan counties. Let me pull this information back up here. Madison and Morgan counties this will go until 9 p.m. Let's just we'll dive right back in here and take a look, see what we got going on. Note, look at our storm relative velocity. This is your that's a better couplet than we've seen. This is crossing Highway 231, just south of Whitesburg in the Whitesburg community. This is moving to the north and east towards Owens Crossroads. Um, eventually, this is moving towards Owens Crossroads. Eventually, it's going to impact the Gurley community if this thing holds together. And no reports of damage. And no reports of damage that I have seen. But you can definitely tell that it's rotating. And for those of you that are relatively new to radar tracking, stuff like that, this is rotation is fairly broad, but this is what we're looking at. Red is outbound, green is inbound, and where they kind of lump together like that is where we have the possibility for a tornado to form. So that's the area that we're watching. We're watching it very, very closely. So this is your possible area rotation. I'm going to pull up maps here just because I get a little bit more defined than all right. All right, so this is just crossed the Tennessee River. This is going to be near Green Cove Road, Oakhurst Place. This is in the Woodridge area, moving towards Preserve at Clayton's Ponds. The Madison County Nature Trail is out in this general area. Highland Park, US 431. You're next in line. This is going to be south of, probably south of Willow Bend. The Willow Bend community, south of Willowbrook. This is going to be it's still fairly broad at this time, but this is again moving north and east. This is probably going to be very close to Owens Crossroads. We'll probably just stay just to the north of there. Probably near the Owens Crossroads Church of Christ to towards Big Cove and Cove Park. If you're in that general vicinity, you need to go ahead and be in your place of safety right now. It's the lowest floor of your home near the center, away from windows, putting as many windows or many walls between you and the outside as possible. If you do not have a storm shelter, if you have a storm shelter, that's where you want to be. Morgan County, the warning for you has been dropped as it's not in the county anymore. Let's see, I'm gonna clear stuff off. This thing is, over the last few scans, has become very disorganized, so I would not be surprised if they don't drop this warning, but we'll see. And that warning, just as we said, that the National Weather Service kind of sees what we're looking at, and that is the rotation has really just fallen apart, and so they have decided to cancel the tornado warning. Which we'll go ahead and take a look at the overall storm structure, and this is not the type of structure you would typically see with a storm that's going to produce a tornado. Again, what's most likely happening is stuff that we have seen time and time again during the evening hours, and roughly between I would say 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. or 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. depending on the day. You run into these situations where you have a increase in wind shear, and that's what's kind of happened tonight. And I would not be surprised if given where these storms are. That's a fairly mountainous area of the state if you've never been up there. So you probably got some terrain playing into effect on that as well. So again, no active warnings. Tornado warning has been canceled. We do have one active severe thunderstorm warning to the south. And before I let you go, we'll just take a look at it. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch for much of southwest Alabama, basically from Dallas and Perry counties. From Dallas County, down south, Wilcox, down south to Mobile and Baldwin County, and then back up towards Washington and Crenshaw. So let's take a look at this storm here. This is just moving into northern Monroe County. Northwestern Monroe County. This Bowen segment here is what's been is actually not in the warning. This area that's just to the north and east of Grove Hill is producing the conditions for the severe thunderstorm warning. And there's a little bit of ETA there. Grove Hill at 8:26, Verdenberg at 9:04, and this will continue moving off to the really east northeast. I think that trajectory is maybe a little bit too steep. But as it sits right now, and they just dropped that warning. I'm gonna double check. Let me check with. Yeah, they just dropped that warning, so that warning has been canceled and replaced with a special weather statement. So, no active warnings for the state at all. There are some flash flood warnings that continue for the Huntsville Metro, Decatur, Madison, and I talked to somebody in Decatur, Jacob, one of our staff members in Decatur, is reporting they've had a good bit of flash flooding going on, which is they've had a tremendous amount of rainfall up there this afternoon. So, again, we don't expect any major issues. This is not a long haul. This is the couple of tornado warnings that we've had tonight are kind of just a one-off thing, and that's one thing we always tell you with severe thunderstorms is to expect the unexpected. We can have as a common misnomer that we get past May or Memorial Day and we don't have any tornadoes outside of a landfalling tropical system. That's not entirely true. While it is rare to see tornado warnings outside of a landfalling tropical system during the months of June, July, and August, we can see tornadoes at any time during the year. Now, again, it's very, very rare. Rarely do we see these random pop-up tornadoes like we've had this afternoon or this evening. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on things. Again, may see a few rumbles of thunder. We'll go ahead and I'll throw on the composite. And kind of take off the NextRad data. And we got a few showers, thunderstorms. Really, the bulk of the heavy weather is down in the far south, limited to the far southwest corner of the state. We have a few showers and storms, really from Tuscaloosa back up towards West Jefferson, towards Summerton, and Jefferson County line, Dora, then back up into Winston County, just over Smith Lake, probably near Arley, moving into Coleman County, and then of course the thunderstorms that have been misbehaving this afternoon up in the Madison, Morgan, and Jackson counties right now. No active warnings except for the one flash flood warning that we have for Limestone, Morgan, and Madison counties. So this is just set up for this is actually going to be the pattern that we're in for the next few days. Look for afternoons with typical pop-up thunderstorms as we move through till about Friday. Then Saturday, we could see the potential to dry out. Keeping fingers crossed. I know my lawn I've never seen my lawn this green this time of year, but also it needs to be cut very, very badly, and I just have not had a dry day to get that done. Appreciate you tuning in with us this evening. We are going to continue to keep an eye on things. As always, we'll be here monitoring and keeping posts running through our group chat and on the pages through the evening and up until the watch is canceled. Again, we appreciate you tuning in. I'm with the Berkshire Alabama Storm Trooper.